I think this is a place, though, and I would have thoroughly agreed with your position about women of color and white women coming together and hearing stories. But this last election has led me to rethink or at least question, as a general rule or pattern, white women's understanding of oppression and white women's understanding of oppression as it relates to people of color and particularly Black women. I used to think that white women recognize their oppression in the same way that Black people recognize their oppression. But I don't know that that's true. I think white women experience themselves as being treated unfairly, but I don't know that they see themselves as being oppressed in the way that Black women and women of color understand it. And that then, for me, the question I have is, what does our coalition look like then if we are not understanding the same problem? I actually think that women, progressive feminist women who identify as white, should be talking to other white women. And that is a more effective use of their time. Yeah. So that's my question, which is, if we believe that women, as a generally speaking, will lead us out of this fascist, authoritarian, patriarchal, white supremacist context that we tend to be operating in, then it seems to me that women have to understand each other and understand each other's stories. I think one of the things that white women have to do as a practical matter, generally speaking,
Mm-hmm.
is what you just did, which is to own their complicity in maintaining the white patriarchal system. And we tend to think about that as we think about the white supremacy in terms of white men, but white women have been participating actively and in some ways been complicit. And so it seems to me that that is one of the primary things we need to address and need to understand. So I appreciate the work you did with yourself, because you seem to have done the work of saying, I need to understand I've got this in my family and I've got this in my family. Well, who am I and what do I believe in and what are my values? And I think that it is a rare circumstance that anybody does that. But I also think it's a rare circumstance that white women undertake that or take that on.